Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a review of my thoughts on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now this game came out maybe about 3 weeks ago, I want to say. I don't think it's been out for a month. But I want to say 3 weeks. And I just beat it on, when did I beat it? A few days ago. Yeah, I just beat the game. I got to the final boss and, I beat the game. I didn't 100% the game. So before anybody says that, oh, you have to 100% the game to technically beat it, I didn't 100% it. And I don't think I ever will 100% the game. That's just not me when it comes to video games. I don't 100% every single game that I own. My enjoyment out of the game is what I enjoy out of the game, So you don't have to 100% anything if you don't want to. Just want to get that out of the way. So my thoughts and my review, or whatever you want to call this, on Tears of the Kingdom. It's amazing. This game is great. I really, really enjoyed it. And I can't recommend this game enough to any Zelda fan out there. So let's get started. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is the story. The story, for me personally, I'm going to be honest. The story's not bad. It's not bad. It's just that I wasn't too interested in the story, and this happened to me in Breath of the Wild as well. So the story didn't really grab me like that. I found myself wasn't really paying attention to the story. I did, look at the cutscenes, and the cutscenes, it has a deep story. It is a deep story if you pay attention. But I just find myself, sometimes I'll be on my phone, not paying attention. So the story, it's okay. It's not, when it comes to Nintendo, when it comes to stories, they don't really, I'm not saying they do a bad job of storytelling, but it's not like anything like a story in GTA or The Last of Us or anything like that. You're not going to get that with Zelda or any of Nintendo's games. Some may argue and say that you will, but just recommend me a game that's like that. So yeah. Story was good, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. Alright, gameplay. The gameplay is exactly like Breath of the Wild. There are some new abilities in there that you can do. There's new things that you can do. You can, one of the new abilities is Ascend, where you can go through the ceiling, and that's pretty cool. I like that you can do that easily to get up to the platforms of anything. Another thing you can do, you can fuse weapons together, which I really, really like, or fuse a weapon in an item like a rock or a piece of wood, a piece of a tree, like a twig or whatever, a tree branch. Yeah, so that's really, really cool that you can do that. What else is new on there? You can create, you can not craft weapons. You can create like hovercrafts and whatever. You can create things to help you navigate through the map, help you get through water and stuff like that. So you can use your imagination to build things. I've seen people build crazy amount of stuff. I don't have time to do all that shit, but I've seen people do some funny things online. I've seen people do some funny things. So yeah, you can do that. Also, I'm trying to think of what else is new on here. The sky world is new. The sky platforms in the sky area, and the underground depths, that's new as well. Those are things that wasn't in Breath of the Wild, so that's new to the not to the series, but to the game itself. And I like that they added that because it gives you, more things to do, which is really cool. And yeah, so that's really it for gameplay. Also, I want to talk about, how the, the fighting and everything. The fighting, it feels exactly like Breath of the Wild. There's nothing new from what I know from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom when it comes to actually fighting. You know, I haven't found anything new. Link doesn't have like no roll move or anything like that. You know, of course he can dodge and stuff like that, just like from Breath of the Wild. But they didn't add anything new in terms of him maneuvering enemies and stuff like that. You know, it'd been cool to have like a roll move, but he don't do that. So, you know, in terms of the gameplay, the fighting, you know, there's nothing new with when it comes to fighting. So yeah, that's the gameplay. Graphics looks really, really good. Just like Breath of the Wild. I don't think it looks better than Breath of the Wild. Maybe it could be just me, but I think it looks exactly the same as Breath of the Wild. I don't see no huge difference between the two. This is me being honest. You know, I'm not a Nintendo drone or whatever you want to call the Nintendo fanboys. I'm not that at all. I can tell, you know, when something looks different than another. But this looked exactly the same as Breath of the Wild. To me, it does. It may look slightly better, you know, depending on what TV you have or whatever. I don't have a 4K television or anything like that. But I do have an HD TV, a smart TV. But to me, it looks the same. You know, so if you were to put Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild right next to each other, have Link in the same exact area in both games, have him wearing the same exact outfit in both games, I bet you nobody will be able to tell the difference. The average person wouldn't be able to tell the difference, to be honest. That's all I have to say about the graphics, but it does look nice. It looks great. I like the way it looks. It looks like the graphics will be timeless. So through time, you know, it won't look too old. Through time, it's gonna look great. Like from now to like 20 years from now, it's still gonna look good. That's exactly what they did with the Wind Waker, and they kind of did that with Skyward Sword as well. So it's kind of like they blend Wind Waker and Skyward Sword together when it comes to the graphics for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So the graphics, I really, really do like the graphics. Lasting appeal, game replay value. This game has so much content in it. There's so many things you can do. There's so many side quests that you can do. I did do a few of the side quests. I didn't do everything. I'm not sure how many I did. They actually show you a number of side quests that you can do. I don't know how many I did. I probably did like maybe 10 to 15. I'm not even sure. But yeah, some of the side quests is really, really easy. Some of them you might have did, but you didn't realize it because you didn't talk to the right person. Like for an example, there was one person where I had to get like a picture of a choo-choo. That's the big, you know, watery looking circle thing, the blue thing with the eyes, with the red eyes. I had to get a picture of that, and me not knowing that I already had a picture of the enemy, you know, I completed the quest without even, you know, knowing. So there may be times you complete the quest for the person, or you have the item that the person's looking for already in your inventory, so you won't have to really do anything. You know, so that's a good thing. But some of the side quests are annoying when you don't know what to do. Sometimes you'll have to look up and see exactly what to do. So yeah. The shrines, I actually do like the shrine. I actually do like the shrines in this game this time around. Breath of the Wild, I didn't really like them. I don't know, because it was just a lot of them was very, very hard for me to do. But some of the ones in this game are extremely hard. Some of them will have you scratching your head a bit. But while others is like, okay, you know, that's very, very simple. Like some of them will tell you what to do in the title of the shrine. There was one shrine that I did. It was called Courage to Fall. So if anybody did that shrine, you know what I'm talking about. That one, it had me for a minute, maybe like 10 minutes. I was like, okay, what do I have to do? Eventually I looked the goddamn thing up because I couldn't figure it out. But it said Courage to Fall. So you would think, okay, do I have to fall somewhere on purpose? And it turns out you actually did. So I like how they did that. So you wouldn't think, okay, you wouldn't think, oh man, I gotta fall down somewhere. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna die. But when you fall down the right, floor, you won't die. There's another underpath. So I like how they did that. That was just an example of one of the shrines. So yeah, my final thoughts, whether you should get this game or not. If you're a huge Zelda fan, if you've been a fan for the beginning of the series, or if you just got into it with Breath of the Wild, do I recommend this game? Yeah, I say sure, get this game. $70 is a bit steep for the game. $70 is a lot of money for this game. It's a lot of money for any game, in my opinion. But if you're a huge Zelda fan, I just say go for it. But if you're feeling like, okay, I didn't play Breath of the Wild, I'm not sure if I want to get this game right away because I ain't finished Breath of the Wild, I would say wait, play through Breath of the Wild and enjoy Breath of the Wild. Don't jump the gun and get this game right away if you didn't beat Breath of the Wild. If you feel like, okay, I want to play Breath of the Wild first. Now, if you never played a Zelda game before, and if you like open world games, if this is something that you're into, I say go for it. But if you're not too sure about the game, I would say try Breath of the Wild first before jumping into this one. Because if you don't like Breath of the Wild, you're not going to like Tears of the Kingdom. So, yeah, that is my thoughts and review on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like on it. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.